All right. Hello, welcome to class today. Hoping everyone is doing well. It's good to see you back in class. See you, not really see you, but see you through my computer. There's a lot going on in the world right now, as I've been saying, as we've all been saying, and dealing with and seeing and being exposed to on a daily basis. And I just want to tap into grounding practice today for all of us. I think it's really easy to be up in our heads right now and kind of out of our body even. So I want to help bring all of you down to a very calm, grounded level, and hopefully it will feel peaceful and calming for you. All right, so you can grab some pillows and a blanket. Today my bolsters just run off to another land. So I have a couple pillows from my room, a blanket, and then if you want to get a yoga strap, you can have that or any other props that help you in your practice. All right, and join along on the mat. Okay. So we're going to start with child's pose today, just a face down. If you could grab your pillows, place them on the middle of your mat. Have them stacked. And then I want you just to sit down with your big toes together in the back and your knees are in a wide V. Pull your pillows into your inner thigh area. And then we're going to take a big inhale up to the sky, raising up with our arms, reaching through our fingertips, extending and opening through heart center, and then exhale breath as we sweep forward, and we're going to hug these pillows. Okay, you can turn your head to one side or place your forehead down. Wherever you feel you can breathe the most naturally and comfortable. The important thing here is to really hug in on those pillows and be pressed down with chest and dropping your hips and buttocks in the back between your heels. Close your eyes here and take in a few deep diaphragmatic breaths. I want you to inhale through your nose for a count of 4, and then exhale through your mouth for a count of 8. Even if you feel like you don't have any more oxygen left on your exhalation, try to push that air out every last drop. Getting old, sterile air out. The yogis call this aging air. So again, we're going to inhale through our nose for a count of 4. Open our mouth and exhale for a count of 8. And again, inhaling for a count of 4. Making sure you're expanding through your navel center and lower belly where your diaphragm lays. Expanding slightly to the bottom of the rib cage and then allowing it to flower and blossom up towards your face. And then exhale. 8 breaths out. All right, I'm going to allow you to do your centering for yourself for a few minutes more, or maybe not a few more minutes, but a few more seconds more. And if you want to turn your head to the other side, just to stretch your neck, you can do that. As you center yourself, just allow your breathing to start to soften. Allow your heart rate to pulse and beat slower, more controlled. Allow your body to sink into your pillows, become heavy and supported. And imagining yourself rooting down into the earth.
Imagine your body becoming a part of the soil. And then your soil coming a part of what's beyond that. Looking at the layers of the earth and becoming one with each layer, melting into Mother Nature, melting into her nurturing spirit, the gifts that Mother Nature gives us, and how she keeps us calm and centered. Imagining those roots coming from your feet, your palms, and even through your stomach, and extending into the earth. Imagine those roots getting bigger and bigger and grounding you deeper and deeper to the ground below you. Feeling the cool soil, smelling the organic matter, and feeling present, feeling alive. Taking another breath here in through nose, and you can do out through nose. Rolling up one vertebra at a time. Good. You can place your pillows aside. And I'm going to sit down and just cross-legged pose. And just shift your weight from side to side. Grounding down your sit bones. Good. We're going to inhale up through our arms, reaching through fingertips, looking between the hands. Inhale and then exhale, sweep our arms away. And we're going to come on down, forehead to earth. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, sweep our arms up to sky. Exhale, palm space away, sweep down and forehead to earth. Take a breath while you're down and then roll one vertebra at a time back up. Inhale, sweep arms to sky. Exhale, sweeping arms away, forward fold, forehead to earth. Take a breath. Roll up one vertebra at a time to your seated. And then inhale, arms up to the sky, sweeping over to your right. We're just going to drop our arms down, right hand behind you, and the left hand on your right knee. Untuck your tailbone. Lift and lengthen through your spine. And take in a few deep diaphragmatic breaths here. Inhale to sky. Exhale, sweep your arms in the opposite direction. Right hand to left knee and left hand behind you. Lengthening again through your spine, coming back through center. We're going to take both our arms out to the side. And we're going to just start doing some circular motions. Waking up, opening up our joints. reverse directions. Don't mind the husky, the little wolf dog. And then take your hands on your shoulders. Hello. And we're going to rotate and circles again with our shoulders. So lubricating your joints. And the opposite direction. Awesome. Hopefully that feels amazing for your rotator cuffs, your traps, all the way through your arms, shoulder joint. And then we're going to roll our wrist out in a circular motion. You can make fists and roll out to your wrist. And then opposite direction. And then let's open up our fingertips. A wide hands and rotating in circles and reverse directions. Good. And then we're going to have our arms on either side of us. And we're going to reach towards the left, drop our forearm down, and then right arm comes up and overhead. We all know this one. So just making sure your right arm is kind of connected to that right ear. So you're not too far in front of your body or too far back. We're going to go right through the center and feel that opening through your serratus anterior down into your QL, as well as keeping your sit bones grounded. It's very easy to lift our right hip up here. You can try to even draw this left arm in a bit and stay nicely grounded. Breathing through this. Closing your eyes if that's comfortable. One more big breath in through nose. Exhale, sweep your arm up, coming through center, and we're going to reach to the right. Dropping your forearm down, and left arm comes up overhead. So the more you're bringing that elbow in, the more you can kind of stabilize through that left hip. Keep the sit bones down. If you have great flexibility or greater flexibility, go out a little bit further and stay grounded. Breathing through this, you can either look up, through the middle, or down. Close your eyes. Feel the earth under your body. And breath. One more big breath here, in through nose. Exhale, sweeping up through center. Awesome. I'm going to do some neck rolls. First, I want you just to start with opening your jaw and closing it. We're going to tilt our head back and really open up our jaw. And then just make circles with our lower jaw, lower portion of our mouth. And go forward, tucking your chin and back, opening up your jaw, and make circles. Kind of like you're chewing the air, but it feels amazing for opening up all these really tight muscles, your cervical, Your mandible, masseter. And so tucking your chin forward and going back. Opening and closing the mouth now. All these anterior muscles in the neck this allows them to expand, to stretch. So hopefully you felt that. From here, we're just gonna do a little bit of neck rolling. So we're gonna roll from left, opening at the right side of the neck, and rolling forward through the center and to the right. And continue rolling to the left, and then rolling over to the right. Continue a couple more times. And coming back through center. All right, awesome work. From here, we're gonna gyrate our body in a circular motion. So we've done this in past weeks. You wanna have your chest open and forward and kind of round open with chest. And then round with back. Inhale, open with chest. And round back. Creating these circular motions with your body. Opening up through your hips and heart center. Breathing, inhale as you're going forward and exhale as you go back. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Good. Good. All right, from here we're going to get onto all fours. Spread your fingertips wide, have your knees hip length apart. We're going to do a cat-cow. We're going to inhale, lift up the sky, and then exhale, we're going to round and tuck. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, round and tuck. Continuing that at your own pace. And then we're going to look at our tail, looking to the left. And we're going to move our glutes and look to our right, looking at our tail. And just go side to side, shifting those hips. Good, and now we're going to slide into puppy pose. Your arms, we're going to slide them out in front of you. What we're going to do is place our chin down on the mat. We're going to look forward. So through our fingertips is where we're going to stare. Come down into full puppy. Bringing your knees together. And chin places itself on your mat. Look forward and breathe into this. So here's where we feel an opening through our upper thoracic, through our delts and shoulders, and even slightly through our pecs. So let's give this about 6 to 8 diaphragmatic breaths. Okay, from here, we're going to slowly coming out of this and draw one arm and the other in towards your body. Coming back to all fours, we're going to tuck our toes under and lift them up to a downward facing dog. Okay, dropping your heels down to the mat and just start walking out your dog, bending knee to knee. So opening up your Achilles, opening up your ankles and toes. Just really dropping into this, allowing that blood flow to reach your brain. Very grounding for any up and down movements. And to have our head down and inverted towards the ground, inversion. All right, pressing into those heels stagnantly. And we're going to inhale forward and come to a plank. Squeeze through your core. Press your heels back slightly. Spread your fingertips wide. And take a few breaths. Drop back into your downward facing, walking it out. And we're going to do a three-legged dog. Inhale, we're going to extend our right leg to sky. Exhale, bend to the right knee. Bringing it through into your pigeon pose. Relax the back foot down. Shift your weight from side to side and just make sure you have equal weight on your left and right hip. You can stay lifted here, opening up more of your hip flexors. And so as you come down, getting different parts of the hips and glutes. Softening into your pigeon. And if you want to go all the way down, forehead to mat, you can do that as well. So this is another one of our deep stretch poses. We're going to hold this for at least 8 breaths. Making sure your back foot is relaxed. Your right foot is flexed. Your spine is long and straight. And allow your breath to be full. Sending yourself compassion in this moment. Another big breath here in your nose. And exhale through mouth. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Planting your hands down on your mat. Tucking your back toes under. Lifting to your downward facing dog. Walking it out. And start to spread your legs a little wider for your downward facing. And drop into your heels. My feet are the width of my mat. Just make sure you're not slipping. And then we're going to walk one hand at a time back towards our feet until we're in a forward fold. And going into your ragdoll, grabbing your elbows and swaying from side to side. Gentle sways. Allow your nervous system to rebalance itself. Drop your hands down and sway a little bit faster. And then nod your head up and down and side to side. From here, bring your feet to hip length apart on each side. I want you to bend through your left knee. All right, you know what? We're going to do right knee. Bend through your right knee and plant your right hand and extend your left arm to sky. Gaze over to your left. And then try to open up through your heart center here. Give yourself a couple breaths. And we're going to bring that left arm down. Both hands meet each other. Bend down through your left knee. Bend to your left hand. And we're going to inhale as we extend that right arm up to sky. Take a big breath. And sink your right arm down, leading both the hands. Inhale, we're going to go into half back. So nice flat back, looking forward. Exhale, sweeping down, touching your toes, dropping your head and neck. Inhale, sweeping up into a half back. Exhale, sweep down, touch your toes, drop head and neck. Inhale, sweep back up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, come back down. Walk your hands away from your body, coming into your downward facing dog. Dropping into that. Good work. We come up onto our toes and down on that. Up on your toes and down on that. Up on our toes and over to the left with our heels. Feel that dynamic stretch. Up on our toes and down to the right with our heels. Continue side to side. Heels to the left through center. Heels to the right through center. Here's heels to the left through center. And heels to the right through center. Inhaling, coming forward into your plank. Holding that. Engage through your core. Drop your heels back. Nice long, strong arms. Rooting through your fingertips. Spreading your fingertips wide. Spread your toes wide. Allow that midsection to hold you together. Feeling that fierce fire that you have within you. And breathing back on that exhalation. I'm going to go to the other side for our pigeon. So three-legged dog with the left leg extending, bending to the left knee, coming through, and shift your weight from side to side, making sure your hips are evened out. From here, taking in an inhale, reaching back, going up on your fingertips, opening up completely in your pigeon, and exhaling, draw down, grounding yourself, forehead to mat. We're going to hold this. Ooh, sorry, my necklace got caught. We're going to hold this for at least 8 to 10 breaths. So everyone is breathing a little bit at a different pace, but if you can try to get your breathing at a slow, calm, yet deep and nourishing rate, that will be best for soothing your nervous system. Take another couple breaths. Exhale, back up. Release that leg. And drop down into a child's. Taking one breath here, and then we're going to go into our frog pose. So coming through the center of your mat, bring your knees wider than your hips. You want to point your toes outward. I can see today. I'm not here to need a haircut too. Everybody feeling me there? It's been a while. Okay, so nice wide knees, point, toes pointing outward, and we're gonna come on down to our forearms. Relaxing through your spinal cord and dropping back through hips and buttocks. Might be a little easier if you can see me in the side here. You're gonna see how I shift back. So forearms, and then I'm shifting back. Shift, shift, shift. Woo! And then I really feel that through my abductors. Really, really big opening and releasing my lumbar. So finding what's comfortable for you here. If you need to put a little pillow or a small blanket under your knees for support, or roll up your mat for that, go ahead and do so. And if you can, drop your forehead down, just ground to earth again with palms on face down. Woo, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel that burn. Keep breathing through this. You guys got this. Strong focus. And 2 more breaths. Slowly transitioning on that next exhalation. Coming forward with your hands, walking them forward and dropping down to your mat. Okay, so what we're going to do is have our legs in a wide V. So my feet are pointing outward. They are a little bit more than the width of the mat. I'm going to bring my elbows and tuck them into like where my rib cage is. And I'm going to lift them up and do a wide-legged cobra. And then we're going to exhale down. Squeeze through your glutes, engage through your core, and lift up. And exhale down. Inhale through nose, lifting up. And exhale down through mouth. Inhaling up. Stay strong. Exhale down. Inhale up one more time. Squeeze through glutes. Exhale down. Beautiful. Bring your legs together. We're going to do an arm opener. So my right arm is going to extend out the side of me. Right wrist to right shoulder should be in an equal line. And then we're going to roll onto our right side, bending through the left leg. And that's going to be stacked. That left foot is right behind the right knee. And I'm going to make a fist with that left hand. Place it underneath your ear. Resting here. Breathing here. And the deep opening through the right shoulder. Maybe close your eyes. Sink into the sensations. Accept these sensations. Notice. Appreciate. And be present with them. And let's extend that left leg out, rolling onto our stomach. Bring our hands back together and reach with the left arm. Making sure you're in a straight line. Rolling onto that left side with right foot behind your left knee. Making that fist with your right hand and placing it underneath your left ear. Slightly dropping that right knee back and opening up. And take another inhale to exhale, stack your legs, and roll back down onto your stomach. Good. From here, we're going to roll onto our backs. I'm just going to switch my body over to this side. All right. And rolling onto our backs, bring our knees into our chest, hugging their knees in and rocking from side to side. Good. Drop your knees into the palms of your hands and let's roll our knees out in circular motion. Massaging your sacroiliac and your QL. Just feels really good on the back and top of the glutes. And then roll in the opposite direction, create those circles. And drop your feet to the earth. Let's cross right leg over left. And drop our knees to the left as we look to the right. Give yourself a twist. Push your shoulders down onto the mat and look directly over the right hand. Breathing here. Inhale back through center, unravel your legs, and cross the left leg over the right. Drop your knees over to the right, holding them down, elongating, neutralizing your spine, and then extending that left arm up, gaze over your left fingertips, and breathe. Coming back through center, on your inhalation, unravel those legs, and we're going to find ourselves in happy baby pose. So we're going to lift our legs up and bring our hands through, grabbing the inside of our feet as we're doing. And right through the center there, a little closer to the ball of the foot, so right through the center, and we're going to pull down. So flex through both our feet and create some resistance and pressure through the soles of your feet as you draw your knees towards the earth. All right. Holding on to that happy baby, breathing through this as a deep stretch pose, at least 8 to 10 breaths or more. Keeping your spine flat down on the earth. Try to keep your tailbone even close to the earth as well. Elongate your neck and the crown of your head. you're happy, baby, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Draw your heels towards your pelvic region. Interlacing your hands around your feet in that butterfly-like pose. And release slowly to better your feet. Okay, so we're going to do baby headstand. If you have another headstand practice, you may go into that right now. Or any type of inversion. So we're going to start with our baby headstand, and we're going to start with just kicking our legs up and down, getting a little bit of momentum with our legs. Palms face down with your hands. Push into the earth with your fingertips. And nice big lift. Hands go underneath your hips. Straighten out through your legs. Bring your elbows a little closer together. Pushing the back of your neck into the mat. Good. Straightening out a bit. And we're going to bicycle in the air together. And just feel that blood flow going the opposite direction and how calming that is. And how amazing this is for your immune system as well. And from here, you can bring your knees to your forehead, just making sure your chin is tucked into the hollow of your throat. If this doesn't work for you, you can keep your legs straight up, or you can find a wide V with your legs, maybe a butterfly in the air, anything along that line. And if you want to drop your legs back behind you, bending your arms back behind you as well, you may do so. You can bend through the knees or straighten through the legs, either or. And let's breathe through this. And let's roll one vertebra at a time. Back down. Very slowly. And draw your knees into your chest. Let's rock it out side to side. And let's drop our feet to the mat. Have your feet the hip length part, or sorry, the width of the mat. For some reason I can't talk today. So have your pinky toes at the width, and then you're going to grab onto your ankles. We're going to drop our left knee down into our inner right thigh, and then lifting up, and right knee down into inner left thigh, and then just rotate side to side. So this is going to feel like it's opening your quadricep muscles, and even up through your psoas and hip flexors a little bit, and through your knees. So I just call this one inverted knees. Feels amazing. Just organically go through this side to side until you feel like you got a good stretch. All right, from here, we're going to extend our whole body. Open, open, open. Point through your toes, point through your fingertips. Lift through your rib cage, lift through your heart center, lift through the crown of your head. Elongate, imagine yourself as long as you possibly can. Just stretching everything out, unwinding everything, unraveling everything. Inhale, breath real deep through the nose. Exhale, mouth open for cleansing breath. Inhale, real deep through the nose. Reach, 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 point, point, point. Exhale, mouth open. Good. Arms down by your side. All right, at this point, if there's any other pose you'd like to get into before we go into Shavasana, go right ahead and do that in an organic sense. One suggestion would be just doing bridge pose. So coming on up, one vertebra at a time, and back down, one vertebra at a time. I'm going to let you do your pose, whatever that may be, and then I'm going to read a little something to you as you do that pose, and then we're going to go down into Shavasana. So, as you all know, I love Eckhart Tolle, and this is my favorite book. It's called A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. Sometimes I'll just go in here. I highlighted a lot as I read it, and it really resonated with me. It's kind of one of those books you have to read almost a couple times. The first time it stuck, but it's almost like you have to remind yourself and read it again, and like process it in different ways, and just be open-minded to what he has to say. There's just a lot of deep philosophy in this, and a lot of important information that could really help us in our day-to-day lives and how we treat ourselves and how we treat other people. I know I'm an imperfect human, very imperfect. We all have our imperfections, and so I think it's just about working on bettering ourselves day in and day out, and knowing as long as we're making progress, that's what counts. And as long as we have good intentions and a good heart behind what we do, that's truly important. So, this particular chapter talks about the pain body, and it's a lot to get into, but we all have a pain body. We all have things that we identify with. We all have things that we've been through in life. We have things that we've been diagnosed with, and some of us cling to that, or we identify with it highly. Some do, some don't. And I don't want to be in pain personally. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't really want to be in pain. So it's really neat to have this understanding and awareness around our pain bodies, because we can ultimately work through a lot of this pain and release a lot of it. It doesn't mean it's not happening to us, but it's a good way for us to process and to live a little more free in our spirits. And I think ultimately we all want to feel free. So, with that said, this is on page 159 if anybody has the book. And I thought this sort of went along with what's going on in the world. And it's hard. It's really hard, and I understand that. And everybody has their own trauma and circumstances and upbringings. But I thought this was kind of neat. So it doesn't really matter what proportion of your pain body belongs to your nation or race and what proportion is personal. In either case, you can only go beyond it by taking responsibility for your inner state now. If blame seems more justified as long as you blame others, you keep feeding the pain body with your thoughts and remain trapped in your ego. There is only one perpetrator of evil on the planet. It's human unconsciousness. That realization is true forgiveness. With forgiveness, your victim identity dissolves and your true power emerges, the power of presence. Instead of blaming the darkness, you bring in the light. So I hope that resonated with one of you, many of you, some of you. Thank you for listening, and we can go ahead into Shavasana. I think for Shavasana today, we should continue with our rooting and grounding. So if you have a blanket, anything soft or cozy, I would place that over your body and I would go face down. So whether or not you want to go back into a child's pose, very comforting, or you want to just go face down in like your crocodile pose. I don't have my blanket on, but so place that blanket over you however you wish. You go into this crocodile, and you want to have your legs more than hip length apart, so wider than your mat, feet pointing outward, and stacking your forearms one over another with forehead down. Okay, so you're a long line in your body, forehead down, nice length, taking those breaths, nice and calm, drawing in that oxygen, exhaling the carbon dioxide, inhaling fresh air, exhaling stale, old air, bringing in the new, exhaling the old, bringing in peace, and exhaling unforgiveness, bringing in calm, and exhaling fear, and continue with that breath. As we lay here, I just want you to do a body scan from the base of your toes, through your legs, through your glutes, through your hips, through your back, through your spine, through your side bodies, through your chest, through your arms, through your hands, through your face, through your forehead, through the crown of your head. Scanning from the top of your head down to your feet, and from your feet up to the top of your head. And I recommend that you stay in your Shavasana. I'm going to close out class with a namaste. So as you breathe, as you scan your body, as you root down and absorb the information and the poses that we did today, giving yourself love, love, and love, gratitude, compassion, and spreading that goodness out to others to the best of your human ability. I want to thank you for practicing with me today, putting up with my mind being a little bit scattered. The world is a wild place. Be safe, be well, and just take good care of yourself and your loved ones. Namaste. Bye.